I can't wait for the outfits, for the travel, for the stories. Nothing crazier happens than at our live shows. Welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Eat.
Yeehaw,
bitches.
Cowboy Greenberg. Cowboy Hustletime does not work. I just want to be clear.
And a Jewish cowgirl sounds more realistic to you.
Something about Cowboy Greenberg.
I really like cowboys, and I feel like I predated all this. Like, cowboys are like chic now. Everybody is like obsessed with cowboys. I've always liked cowboys.
Beyonce just took it from me.
I predate. Yes, actually, Beyonce stole my look. I dated somebody who worked for a cowboy team.
Okay, just the one.
And I think
you guys take your guesses.
Yeah, there's one. I'm pretty sure my other ex who I was with at Christmas time is the cowboy now.
Oh, it's your vibe. Yes. So tickets on sale today, guys, 10 a.m. local time for the No Crumbs Tour 2024. Think I can name all the cities?
Let me pull it up and see.
Fact check me.
I think it's not that many cities.
Okay, so I'm going to say the city and I'm going to try to do the dates. Okay, we are starting in Vegas. Cannot fucking wait.
I can't fucking wait to start a tour in Las Vegas.
Shut up and put your money where your mouth is.
Should we have her?
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You think? Oh, by the way, everyone told me to dress up like, drumroll please, Cher.
Nailed it.
Done.
Do it.
Okay. Vegas starting. If you want to get married at our show, let us know. I'll dress up like Elvis. I don't care.
I'm going to be a showgirl.
You can. Okay.
Maybe a couple outfits.
Yeah.
Tessa really wants us to wear nipple tassels. I'm not sure why.
I want to come up
She's
from the
really
stage.
been into
That's
it.
all I care about.
I'm so excited. We've never done a show there. Opening the tour there. Cannot wait. September 21st.
Okay, hear me out. Maybe we need to get Mateo there to do his Cher impression.
Mateo has evaded us for every single show. He's so busy. Every single time we're like, can you please do I'm sorry, I've sold out 19 theaters. I have to go do those. I would love that.
Okay. Then we're going to head to Raina's corner of the world, Pittsburgh, Indy, and Detroit, Royal Oak.
Killed it. Okay.
So 26th, 27th, 28th of September. I'm panicked. Then
holiday shows.
Then it's holiday?
Holiday.
Oh, holiday. Yes. Then we're going to Portland, Maine on October 24th, our first show in Maine. By holiday, we mean Halloween. And Raina coined that term in 2021.
It's a holiday here.
Then we are going to be in Philly for our second Halloween holiday show on October 26th, Saturday night. My family will be there. Matt Hesseltine, Steph, the whole gang, which is going to be iconic. And then I think we're November 14th in Denver, November 15th in Minneapolis, and November 16th in Madison, Wisconsin. First time there. And then do we have any before New York? No. New York, December 14th, Times Square, Palladium.
Yeah, we brought it downtown for you guys a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we're going to get a billboard. Of course, our holiday shows are always iconic. We have so much planned. We're already starting to plan for this shit. And then we're ending 2024 in Boston on December 20th and the 21st at the Wilbur. I did that without looking.
Nailed it. That's the tour. We're so excited. We've missed you guys so much. It's going to be wild and crazy. If you've never been to a Girls Gotta Eat show, it is unlike any night you've ever had. So bring your birthday parties there, bachelorette parties, your significant others, your moms. We just have the most fun stuff planned. I can't wait. I have full body chills just even like thinking about it. I can't wait for the outfits, for the travel, for the stories. Nothing crazier happens than at our live shows. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, so we're going to read some stories today, and we're going to save some and maybe read them throughout the year as we lead up to the tour. But just the stuff that happens at our shows. I mean, and we're not always privy to it. If it's happening after the show, it's happening in the audience while we're on stage. I mean, crazy stuff. I mean, I was reading these stories just laughing and crying. And yes, people like meeting their partners at the shows or bringing their moms or reuniting with friends. Yes, having threesomes, having orgies after the show. I mean, it was just really, really special. Our shows are like nothing else. And we are just so excited to do all these cities, especially the new ones that we haven't been to. And we'll be doing more touring. Like, this isn't it. I mean, it is it for 2024, but everyone's like, where's LA? It's like, we were just in LA. Like, where's Atlanta? You know, we did those not that long ago. If you may be new around here and we love that. But, we were just in a lot of these cities like in the fall of 2023. So we're just kind of, we're spacing everything out.
Putting a little time in between. But yeah, there'll be a 2025 list of stops.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. But we just can't wait to be there. So get those tickets at girlsgottaeat.com. Everything is on sale 10 a.m. your local time today. And we'll see you there.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're really just like, what is this show? I mean, it's just the ultimate like girls' night out. These aren't sit down podcasts that Raina and I record. They're just a total start to finish entertainment extravaganza, just ultimate girlhood, female empowerment, but sexy too. People always get so horny at the shows. We do a lot of stuff with couples. It's just, we have vibrators again to give away. We have other entertainers too. We've had like drum lines and strippers and dancers and cheerleaders, and we bring people up on stage and we never know what's going to happen. So
if that doesn't sound fun to you, then we don't have anything in common.
Yeah.
And then last thing.
Okay.
The No Crumbs Tour, we are doing merch for it.
Yes.
So we have really cute hats, crop tees, and a crew neck. You can go to girlsgottaeat.com, and then there's a merch button in the heading. So we have all of our cute little merch there too for the tour. So get that in anticipation. And then just tag us in all your stories. It's the best day of my life when you guys start buying tickets and tagging us. I cry the whole day.
Yes. Like we announced last week on the 1st and all the stories and people getting excited, all the comments, but like on sale day, huge day.
Monday is a big day for us.
I know.
We're recording with somebody really big.
Oh my God. Like as we speak, as you guys are listening to this episode, we're recording with one of the hottest men alive.
Do you know that he just started an OnlyFans?
That was April Fool's.
No, he really did though. You can go on it. It's sexy.
Wait, really? I thought it was April Fool's.
Tessa said it was April Fool's.
I know somebody who subscribed to it, and there are some sexy photos.
Listen, I'm not going to, but can I look at yours?
Tessa, use the company card to sign up.
We all join. Oh my God. We follow one person. He's like, this is creepy. And I have to cancel the interview. Okay. So you guys will see.
Anyways, elephant in the room. We are back in the studio. I could not be happier. I feel emotional. This has been months of work. Tessa has been unbelievably helpful.
No, I'm going to stop you right there. It's you have done so much.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you so much. Tessa too, of course. But I really wanted to take a moment to shine the light on you and Tessa for like all the work that you guys have done.
Thanks.
I mean, this is out of your home. So that's why you kind of took the reins. And, I do a lot of the other stuff. But a lot of it just kind of fell on you because you live here and you cowboyed a lot of it.
Cowboyed the situation.
And Tessa was such a huge help and was coming over here on weekends if she needed to and everything.
Yeah.
So you two really kind of took the reins. And then, I came in and helped a lot too. And we stole one of the producers of Stiff Socks for a few days. We gave him back and he was fine, but he was so wonderful. And he came in with some of his guys and set all this up. So we just had a lot of help and like great people around us and our task rabbits and everybody to get this group effort. But it really was you kind of leading the whole thing. And I'm just so grateful for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of work. It has been months of dozens of people in and out of this house, tearing down walls, building walls, painting. I mean, like a dozen trips of task rabbits. Tessa and I carrying boxes in. It hasn't stopped raining in 2 months. Tessa and I have just been carrying boxes just like across my whole house, upstairs. My whole house stunk.
It was crazy. I mean, so if you guys are kind of new around here, this is going to be a little bit different type of episode. It is kind of
clearly dressed different.
Yeah, dressed different for one. We're back in the studio. We had this studio when we moved to LA. We built it out. We were really excited about it. And then it flooded with all this rain. And then we were at Spotify and they were so wonderful. They did really right by us. Like we will be forever grateful. They even, bent some rules here and there to let us record there and record video there. And they were just so wonderful. So we were there in the interim and now we're back in here and totally new everything. I mean, you'll see us on the same stuff in terms of like everything should just feel way more professional and elevated and cinematic. And
we're no longer on the couch.
No, the couch is just,
it's at Ashley's house.
Guys, I can't part with that couch. The couch stinks.
I was like, Ashley, it smells really bad. She was like, I don't care. Bring it to my house.
I can't. It's so sentimental to me. It means so much to me. Because we brought it all the way from New York. It was in our first studio we ever had. I just can't part with it. And I have the space for it to be in my garage. So I was like, just get it over there. I'll deal with it.
Listen, I'm not that sentimental, but I do feel really connected to that. It's the only thing I didn't want to put out on the curb.
Azul, if you're watching on YouTube, Azul is back with us. That's obviously so special about being back here. We couldn't bring him to Spotify. I don't know. We never asked. They might have let us, but we bring him downtown. So he's here. If you're watching, we bought this thing for him. Arguably one of the more expensive things in the studio.
It's the most expensive thing in the studio.
Ottoman, and he won't get up on it.
It is so insulting. He's like, I'll sit right next to it though.
Like we bought him a stage.
Yes, and he won't get on it. We have a blanket coming, so stay tuned.
We'll see. He's weird about surfaces. He's sensitive about different surfaces, where he wants to lay, what he wants. Yeah.
You told me that we collaborated on that, but I like it's a good ass carpet.
I know. He just wants to be on this carpet.
But if you guys are watching, the way that Gabe and the producers of Sis Socks set this up, it looks so beautiful and different. So I encourage you guys, we encourage you to go to YouTube, watch it. It looks like a television show.
I know. And Anna, our editor, she's in town from New York. And I just feel so happy that this can look the way she would want it. Because I feel like she was just hinting over the years of like, I'd love if we had some more depth on this.
Yeah, maybe you guys move the couch off the wall and like backlight it a little bit. And I was like, that's stupid. Jeremy's been telling me for years.
We didn't say that's stupid, but we were like,
I've been telling Jeremy it was
we'll
stupid.
get to it.
Jeremy, I'm like, how could our podcast be any better than it already is? I don't need to move the couch off of the wall.
Well, lo and behold.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a couch. So want to say one thing. We did also dress kind of in this cowboy era because it is Cowboy Carter era. And we are about, as we record, a few days out from Beyonce's album dropping. And what a masterpiece. How does she do it?
So I have to tell you,
I don't know. What are you going to say? You didn't listen? You don't like it?
I hate Beyonce and I don't like the album.
Oh my God.
We would have our first on-air fight. No, it inspired me to like go back and make like a whole country album. Like I just always really loved country. And I just like was driving down to the beach and I was like, I'd love to like drive to the beach with some country music on. And so I just like made a whole playlist with her stuff and just like really old shit like Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney, Keith Urban. Like I love it.
Dina Carter, Trisha Yearwood.
Yes, I love it.
So that's the thing. Like I've never been a person. I think a lot of people are coming out and saying, you know, Beyonce got me to listen to a country album. Also, by the way, it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album. Country inspired. You guys know. But I've never had an issue with country. Like I grew up in a town that was like the primary form of music. I mean, I wasn't really listening to it then. I was like rebelling against it. I was listening to my rap and hip hop. But I've always been down with it. I've never been like Toby Keith fan.
Like, Donald just like Toby Keith. I got a little Toby Keith in there. Maybe one or two.
R.I.P. But wasn't he just, didn't he like,
was he problematic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was like the only person that sang at like Donald Trump's inauguration or something. Wasn't it? It was like Toby Keith and like...
What's Garth Brooks' deal?
Well...
When he's not murdering. Tom Segura, he's a murderer.
This is a deep cut if you are fans of Tom Segura, but he kind of started this thing that Garth Brooks is like a murderer.
It's not even like a deep cut. It was his newest special. He's like, where's the bodies, Garth? Yeah, his newest special.
I'm down with kind of the douchebag, Florida Georgia Line type country too.
I love it.
I know some of these people are problematic, but like I like a song by Jason Aldean. Dirt Road Anthem is one of my favorite songs of all time.
On a dirt road. I love it.
That song.
I love it so much. I've been driving around. I'm having the time of my life, just blasting it all over the city. I love it so much. Also, I went to college in Indiana. We went to college in the South. We like grew up with this stuff. I love it.
Totally. Yeah. And that new song that everybody's doing the TikTok dances to, and she's like, did your boots stop working? Did your truck break
Cowboys
down?
are having a moment. Montana Boyz.
The Montana Boyz, Kristen and Mark, and the Montana Boyz, Kristen Cavallari, if you don't know. A lot of people are not on that corner of the internet, but that is my Roman Empire.
Andrew Huberman is my Roman Empire, and Kristen Cavallari is yours. More on Andrew Huberman next week.
Next week.
Kristen Cavallari, it's you talk about it a lot, and listen, I'm here for it. It's wild.
I don't know that anyone's into it quite like I am. I watched the whole. Did you watch the YouTube interview with them? I put it on my TV like it was a TV show at night. I settled in to watch it.
No.
We love Kristen. We want to have her on the show. You know, I think she's living her truth and she's happy and that's fine. But I am very interested in the relationship, you know, and all the aspects of it. And if people are like, I don't know what they have in common. Listen, it's so crazy because here we are. We're talking about a 37-year-old woman and she's with this 24-year-old guy. And I'm not going to name any names, but we were talking about a podcast host. We know 38, 39, he might even be 40, just started dating a girl who's 24 in grad school. You don't even think about it.
There's another, Nick Viall is 43. I think his fiance is 25. She's 25. Nobody says anything about it.
I was talking to Brittany Schmidt about this and like why it's different. I mean, we don't need to get into gender roles and patriarchy and all that kind of stuff, but like a lot of it is because women tend to like date up. It's like a hypergamy and hypogamy type thing. So you don't usually see this dynamic, which is why it's like bumping people, but whatever. People shouldn't be bothered by this. It's not your life. Why do you care? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, it's something no one would even bat an eye about the reverse. And everyone is so interested in this.
I mean, I'm fascinated by it. It's also not the craziest age difference.
Right.
It's a huge life stage difference. Like that podcast was a podcast where he was talking to his friends and his friends were like, my girlfriends are 19.
I will tell you, he went and did some podcasts, some no-name podcasts. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's that popular. And the podcast host asked Kristen Cavaler's boyfriend, well, what if you guys came over and, we're grilling out and like my girlfriend's 19, like Kristen's going to get along better with her mom. And I was like, I dare my boyfriend to go on a podcast talking about me like that. You better clear your podcast appearances with me. I am elevating I'm making your career. She's making their career. He's going to go on podcasts where his little podcast host friends are going to be like, so anyway, she'd probably get along with my girlfriend's mom. I'd be like, get out of here.
Absolutely. You're not going to use me to climb the ladder and then make me look like an idiot.
I mean, and listen, I don't think she cares, and she's so cool
she's just
about
unbothered.
it.
It's
yeah,
hysterical.
she's unbothered. She's not going to probably care, but I personally, maybe I'm a little more sensitive. I wouldn't like it. And I'd be like, first of all, why'd you even go on that show? They have 6 downloads a week.
I don't need somebody standing on my shoulders, going on shows, talking about me that otherwise would not have had these opportunities. And not singing my praises. I don't want to be like the butt of the joke if you've also used me as a means to get on this. I'm not saying he's quote unquote using her because I think that he had a TikTok presence already. He already wanted to be in the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah. And she's happy to elevate him.
Right, and put her on her own show. I mean, she put the story out.
Yeah, she is helping him actively with his career. She's clearly not opposed to it, but I don't like the tone of that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'd be like, let me know which podcast you're going to do. And I'll tell you if you got to keep my name out your mouth. You know
what if he did a whole podcast and never mentioned her? That would be crazy.
He just stays silent.
He just talks about his own life.
He speaks about her respectfully.
Okay.
But still, you have someone coming at you with a question like that. It's just like, oh my God, grow up.
I know. I'd be like, also, I
literally
get it.
Grow up. Tell your 19-year-old girlfriend to grow up. She should be older. Ew. Just kidding.
Kristen probably looks better than half the 19-year-olds.
Kristen looks amazing.
I know, seriously.
So anyway, back to Beyonce. Just to round it out, this album has everything. It has country, it has a touch of blues, it has that like hard-hitting Beyonce swag, it has Dolly Parton, it has Post Malone, it has Miley. I've loved Miley's voice forever. I think she was one of the best voices in the game.
Yeah.
Like, Miley's Jolene cover is iconic. I actually wish they would have done Jolene together, but it's okay. And I just think like one song I'm crying, one song I'm line dancing in the kitchen, one song I want to be riding around with my man listening to it, one song made me call my dad. And it's just like a beautiful journey and an emotional ride. And I just love the album.
We love to see it.
So I just wanted to shout out to Beyonce. It's such a hot take. Okay, so we got this email. And someone wrote in and said they had a dream about me and my boyfriend, who we call him Sparkle Eyes. So it said dream about Ash and Sparkle Eyes. And Raina and I say, like, there's nothing people want to hear less.
The lowest form of conversation is I had a dream about. I'm always just like, I don't have to be here for this.
I don't hate it that much, but
not as much as me.
It was a joke when one of my best friends in high school, like in the cafeteria at lunchtime, she would start talking about her dreams and everyone would just be like, is she done yet? Like it kind of turned into a thing. And like, I like talking about dreams and I've had dreams like come true, like seeing stuff happen. And my mom's kind of like that too.
Sure. If something happens like ... in real life after the dream, sure. Then I want to hear about
most of the time when someone starts telling a long-winded dream, you're like, is this happening? Like, am I blacking out?
Did you check in with yourself about if other people would find this interesting?
Yeah. But this one, I was like, let me open this and see what this is about. Raina, it is a wild ride.
Okay. I also saw the length of it and checked out. So I'm very excited you circled back.
I know. So I was just excited to dramatically read this to you. Okay. Hey guys. It's a gloomy, rainy day on the East Coast today. She's a writer. Don't get it twisted.
She does set the stage. Okay.
Yeah, like she should write a screenplay. I mean, it's iconic. Okay. It's a gloomy, rainy day on the East Coast today, so I thought I'd share my wild dream from last night that Ashley and Sparkle Eyes were in. It's an extensive dream, but I'll try to keep it concise to the part that you guys were in. That we were in. How long was this dream?
I like that she's like, I'm mostly a part of it, so I'm also going to include me a lot.
So Ashley, in this dream, I saw you and Sparkle Eyes at Texas Roadhouse, which is crazy because I don't even like Texas Roadhouse, so why was I even there? She said she was going to be concise, and here we are. She's contemplating why it was
giving chain reviews.
Anyway, I stopped by your table and started chatting with you about the pod when Sparkle Eyes got up and disappeared. Apparently, this Texas Roadhouse had an arena in the center where they had a bull hanging from bungee cords. The goal was to stay on the bull while some bald jack dude, Raina's type, pulled the bull and shot you from one side of the arena to the other a few times. Think mechanical bull, but manual. I'm picturing a slingshot. This is hysterical.
There's so many details in this.
It's very detailed. Sparkle Eyes was very confident he could stay on the bull, so he went to try it. So as I was asking you where he disappeared to, an employee announced the next contestant. I look up and there's Sparkle Eyes in a black leather Speedo and leather gloves.
Not the gloves.
The bald dude was also dressed like a daddy dungeon master. So I guess he was matching the theme. It was a whole vibe. Anyway, people are cheering and gathering, and you get up to get front row and record the whole thing, obviously. I watch on this Jumbotron, not the Jumbotron in the Texas Roadhouse. This is the best stream I've ever heard of. As Sparkle Eyes confidently walks up to the bull, waves to the cheering crowd, and straddles the bull. The bald dude cracks his neck. Comes over and aggressively grabs the bull and starts whipping it around. At this point, Sparkle Eyes isn't even breaking a sweat. He's laughing. He's taunting the bald dude. So Daddy Master turns up the heat and launches Sparkle Eyes across the arena. He goes flying. His eyes widen. Instant regret is written all over his face. He's holding on for dear life as the bull violently swings back to Daddy. He launches Sparkle Eyes again. Sparkle Eyes is looking queasy. He's just hoping for this to end. He thinks he can make it to the end. He gets launched one last time, and as the bull is at the apex of the launch, Sparkle Eyes loses his grip and falls to the ground hard. He vomits. The crowd is disappointed. Everyone goes back to their tables. You are downright cackling, wheezing, crying, saying, "I'm so glad I got that on video." Sparkle Eyes hobbles out of the arena towards you, and you just laugh harder and ask him if he wants to see the video. My dream then took a hard turn, and you guys were gone. Moral of the story, this is what happens when I get up at 1 a.m. to eat cheese like a little gremlin and go back to bed. Love the pod. Hope you got a chuckle out of my deranged dream. EXO Cass.
If this girl is not a writer, she missed her call. She said apex in this email. She was like, listen, this is what happened. You eat cheese at night. The dairy did it.
The way I know this is real is because if she was making it up, she would have ended it with, and then Raina came and fucked the bouncer or the daddy master. That's how I would have ended it. The level of detail, I mean, it makes me wonder if this is like real, but I don't care either way.
There's so much. The way she tells it is so good.
It's so good. She's a real storyteller. Also, can you imagine that there would be no chance in hell he would do that?
I like the gloves though. Do you think he had a shirt on or he's just leather Speedo and gloves, no shirt?
Just so dead.
How is he holding on to this with his bare thighs? Actually, they get a little sweaty. They could stick to leather. Actually, the way to do this is to wear no pants. He did it right.
He did it right. The Jumbotron at the Texas Roadhouse.
Is she working she's working at the Texas Roadhouse or she's eating at the
she
Texas
was just
Roadhouse?
there and she just spotted us and she came over. There? Yeah.
She lives in New York City.
She came over to our Roadhouse. Yeah. Anyway, that inspired me to look up mechanical bulls for the tour. So stay tuned.
As soon as you were reading that, I was like, that's where she got the idea from.
I don't see why not.
At no point have I even suggested that I don't want to do this, pay for this, watch this. I'm dying to do this.
Do you have mechanical bull history to share? Like, is that something you've done?
I feel like I have, but like, I don't know where I would have done it.
We would have them at some frat parties every once in a while. Like game day, like one time these guys, they had one in like, I don't know, maybe it was like the front lawn of the Pie Cap house or something. But then I've done them at like a few different bars throughout my life. I mean, I went to school in the South and then I went to that one in New York. There was a bar with a mechanical bull in New York when I was like in my 20s.
I feel like if I didn't do it with you in like Nashville or Texas somewhere, then I haven't done it. But in my mind, I am a great mechanical bull rider.
So that's what I was going to say. You always think you're good and you're not. You're like, I get thrown off immediately.
I was watching it on Summer House last week and like, what's his name? West thinks he's like so good. He's like talking all this shit. If you watched a guy get thrown off within like under 5 seconds,
it was less of that and more of like he was talking such a game. He was like, wasn't he like,
wasn't his dad like a rodeo guy?
What are they called?
Cowboy, a rodeo,
something else,
a bullfighter, cowboys.
What are rodeo? What's Belle Hadid's boyfriend? What is it called?
It is a cowboy, right?
It's a cowboy, bull rider, rodeo,
like a rodeo cowboy.
Yeah,
I don't know if is there a real name for this?
It's a supermodel.
She's a supermodel.
She's a supermodel.
Tessa, Jesus Christ.
Her boyfriend,
her boyfriend is a rodeo master.
Is there a word?
I think there's like a word for a rodeo cowboy.
Okay.
Supermodel.
Supermodel. Yeah. So I would love to see you on one. Maybe you have a special skill.
I just think I'm good at it. I'm little.
Yeah.
And so like, there's not so much body to throw around. You know, I'm like long limbs. Like I think I could just hunker down on it. I'm just part of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like you got to do bare thighs.
Yeah.
To like stick to it better. Like I feel like clothing is too slippy.
That's a good call.
You got to get like real
leather pants.
Yeah. Like Sparkle Eyes.
Leather Speedo.
I feel like in my mind I'm really good at this. So let's test it.
Let's test it. You guys are going to come out to the tour. We changed the whole name of the tour. Okay. Are we ready to tell some of these stories?
Yeah. So this is a little different of an episode. We wanted to just talk about some things that were special that happened at the show. We asked you guys to send us stories. We've done hundreds of shows over the years, just the craziest and also the most beautiful things have happened. And You guys just write us the nicest emails after the tours and share so much of your lives and come up on stage and share your partners with us and not sexually, just to dance. So we compiled some of these emails and just some of the craziest stories. And we hope that you would enjoy some wild tales.
Yeah, I think you guys will really appreciate all of these. And I'm going to kick it off with this journey that started in March of 2023. So we're at like a year. So I just want to take you guys through the year. And we got this email before Sacramento, which was last March. The original email was sent on March 14th, 2023. And she writes, "Hi, Raina and Ashley. I purchased 2 tickets for the show, one for me and one for my best friend. Her name is Deb. My name is also Deb. Together, we're the Debs. Anyway, I just want everyone to know that Deb is single and a fucking amazing catch. I'm not sure if her other girlfriends that she's dated know how badass she is, and I've been trying to get her the fuck out in the world because these ladies need to know who Deb is. Personally, I would whisk her away and marry her for myself, but I like dudes, unfortunately. So I'm writing to you girls because she needs to be showcased. She's a little shy, but she will get over it. She needs to be seen. These ladies need to know Deb. Any woman would be lucky to have her. She is a treasure, a one of a kind, a beautiful soul, and she can make some bomb-ass chicken and waffles. Thank you for all the content you create. Love you girls. Love Deb." And then we named a vibrator after her. No, I'm just kidding.
But we should have.
So we had the show. We bring Deb up. Deb number 2, single Deb. And she was so sweet. She has such a sweet energy, but she was like definitely shy.
Definitely.
And I don't remember every detail, but we just, had some people meet her. And then we were like, if you're interested in Deb, DM her.
Have it, Deb.
Have at her. Yeah. April 17th. So about a month after the show. "Hey, Raina and Ashley, I just wanted to give you a quick update on Deb. So it's been a month since the Sacramento show. The night Deb went on stage, her phone blew up with IG followers from audience members. The following week, one of the girls who saw her on stage and followed her that night at the show DM'd her. They've been seeing each other ever since, and they're obsessed with each other. As her best friend, I approve of her. She's very sweet and appreciative of all the amazing things Deb does for her. I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I swear these two might get married someday. It's insane. Don't update on the podcast yet or anything. I don't want to jinx it, yada, 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 but I'll keep you posted as the relationship progresses." And the thing is like, listen, she just kept emailing. Like, we weren't responding to all these. Like, we missed some of them, but I appreciated the update.
So funny how this has gone over the years.
So April 17th, April 23rd, a week later, she's like, "I'm going to follow up." "Okay, fam. Update on Deb and Sarah. They are officially girlfriend and girlfriend, and we got tickets to the San Francisco show in November. There will be 9 of us there, including the Debs, and hopefully Sarah, assuming they stick this out." This sounds bitchy, but we did this at the show and they were cool with it. Like, we didn't respond to this. Like, we're just getting
that was funny that we didn't respond to it.
So she follows up May 18th. She's just writing to herself. I love that.
Long-time listener, 4th-time emailer.
She was like, May 18th. So another month later, "Hey, sexy bitches. Another update here from Sacramento and Deb. She and her girlfriend Sarah are still going strong. I'm not sure if you've seen my other few update emails." Not sure if you've seen the other, but they met at your show. Yada, yada. They're obsessed with each other. Have a great weekend. She takes a few months off.
She takes the summer off.
Takes the summer off.
She's summer vacation. She checks back in after Labor Day.
Yeah, October 5th. "Hey, girls. It's been a minute." "It's been a minute since I sent you a Deb update, so I thought I'd send one. She is still eating Sarah," which I think she meant to write
dating.
But maybe also eating. So she's still eating or dating Sarah, who she met at your show in Sacramento. I've attached a pic. They're doing good. They're so cute. More on that, yada, yada. We adore Sarah. We're coming to the San Francisco show next month, so we'll see you there. And then we have the show a month or so later. They're front row at the show. They're so cute, and they're just a beautiful couple.
It's really fucking crazy.
I wrote her back and we're like, "Can we share these stories on the podcast and use your name and all that kind of stuff?" But before we even did that, she emailed. It was so crazy. We were like on the same wavelength.
Oh, I forgot.
So the day I was going to email and ask, "Can we share your story?" she emailed. So March 26, 2024. "What's up, my beautiful bitches? I'm sitting here with a glass of wine and thinking of you girls. I wanted to tell you that today is Deb and Sarah's 1-year anniversary."
Why am I emotional? I'm getting my period. I'm very emotional.
"And I can't even believe it. Thought you girls would like to know. You really need to start a dating service. Anyway, love you."
I'm fine. Like fully crying.
And she sent a video. We won't show this and out them, but I just want to show Raina, and Raina can have a live reaction on air.
I can cry some more. Am I going to be okay?
No.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, just like a montage of them together. They are the most beautiful couple.
Country music.
Why is this so special?
I know.
I can't believe this. They're just like all over the place, just like being cute, kissing, and taking vacations. I can't look at this anymore.
I know.
It's so special. I just like
can you just like believe it? Like, if nothing else, stuff like that. I mean, and of course it's not all about like a partner, but just even meeting like a new friend at the show, which we hear those stories all the time. Like the fact that you could come to our show and meet someone that is in your life potentially forever, or your partner. I mean, a friend, like it's just, I don't know, it's so special, such an honor.
I feel like we talk about the butterfly effect all the time. And I just think like you could have just skipped the show, not come, been sick, like,
or not wanting to come up on stage.
The weather was bad. Yeah, not wanting to come up. We could have not picked that email.
Right, exactly.
I think about that every day.
I mean, Deb was reluctant. And her other friend, Deb. I mean, just the two Debs, I can't.
It is really special. And to like be a part of that is just really an honor.
I know. I mean, they're here in California. Like they invited us for their wedding, I would go.
Are you going to officiate it?
I think I'm out the game.
You said you want to enjoy yourself.
Andrew Collin just said, like, we thought about asking you to officiate and Brenna's brother's going to do it. And I was like, thanks for, I don't know. I just want to enjoy myself.
I'm with you. Just want to drink and party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
By the way, you're having a housewarming party this week. Your vibe is I just want to enjoy myself because me and Sparkle Eyes are hosting it.
I don't like to host because I'm too worried about like, is everybody having a good time? I don't know.
I got to do that. I got to like refill the chips.
No, he'll do that. No, I'm getting like catering. There's no chips to refill.
You got catering? What'd you get?
I'm going to get Mendo catering. I told you that.
Oh, you did?
That big credit.
Okay. But your vibe is I just want to enjoy myself.
So yes, I'm having a housewarming this Friday as we record, and I got a karaoke machine because I'm just taking inspo from you because the beer pong and like there's something to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand around and have drinking be the only activity.
Yeah.
I'm too old for the show.
So the party starts at 7. Tessa designed the funniest flyer. I told her, I was like, I want cutouts of me and Azul and Raina and Sparkle Eyes and have fun. And she came up, I mean, just one take. She nailed it. One draft. It was perfect. She did a whole thing. Welcome to the West Side. She did the cutouts. And she was like, I used the Vibes color palette. Remember? She was like, I used the Vibes color palette. I wasn't sure what she wanted.
She misses designing stuff more. You killed it, Tess.
Yeah.
I did not expect the cutouts. You know, I hate a cutout. It's the only time she's ever sent a cutout that I went, oh, I like that. Okay.
And Anna designed my new flyer for my show that I run with Andrew Collin, which will be April 18th at the Improv. We just have such a good team of women.
Women only.
Women only.
But
well, we have some men that we let
work for us.
They're not on the payroll. Men are 1099 only. You got to be ready to cut them loose when they miss a deadline, which they will miss every deadline.
Ryan's been fired so many times. But if you guys don't know this is our video person that I sexually harassed for years. He put our tour poster on his Instagram story and was like, back on tour with Girls Gotta Eat. I was like, no one hired you.
Yeah, right. Yes, I had a call with him. Raina, I did hire him. I had a call with him. I said, you're coming on the tour. Did I not tell you?
No, he keeps saying stuff to me like when we're in Vegas, when we're in Boston, when we're in New York, and I'm like, oh, you hired yourself for every single stop. Like I would never say no to him. I would never say no.
Yeah, I kind of hired him.
I loved him.
I didn't mention it. Well, Sparkle Eyes, he might have posted this while we're sitting here.
Always hired.
Sparkle Eyes was going to post a picture of the tour and say, me and Ryan LaCour back on tour with the girls or something like funny. Yeah. With our co-hosts or something.
That's funny. Oh, they have like a cute friendship.
They really do. I'm really excited. We have some pictures of the four of us that can never see the light of day. Tessa hates them.
I love them.
She thinks they're disrespectful.
Of who?
The
Me?
four of
They're disrespectful because I'm bent over and he's gripping my ponytail.
No, there's one where they're high-fiving. Remember Tessa goes, I hate it.
I might frame it.
Okay, all right.
But anyways, he's actually amazing
Ryan's
at his job.
the goat.
There's nobody better.
As we speak, April 8th, today, this episode drops. We have a hype video, probably, depends on when you're listening, but that will be posted on Girls Gotta Eat and Ash Hess and Raina Greenberg. We're going to collab it. And I haven't seen it yet as I'm saying this, but I know the vision and I came up with the vision and
you came up with the deadline also. So let's see.
Yeah. And then we basically incorporated a bunch of our friends into it. You'll see. It's going to be so dope. I can't wait. So check that out. And that will be the work of Ryan. And yeah, he's so fucking good.
No one's better.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong. Okay, next email. Dear Ashley and Raina, I'm a longtime listener and have been a big fan of you girls for years. The two of you have fundamentally shifted my 30s, and your show has kept me company during quiet nights and long drives. I never thought I'd hear the words fucking my doorman while doing laundry or sob over a dog I've never met. But here we are. And needless to say, I thank you two for your vulnerability and efforts into making Girls Gotta Eat such a fun listen. That was really sweet. Thank you. Anyways, my live show story. It was my best friend's birthday, and I had purchased her front row / meet and greet tickets. This was planned ahead of time. I did not anticipate not being fully healed from my surgery that I had had a month prior. For a bit of context, I found out I had stage 3 cancer in 2017 and needed
Nephrostomy?
And needed nephrostomy tubes. I hope I said that right. On both my kidneys. This is my second attempt at reversing the radiation damage and undergoing a bladder reconstruction surgery. Oh, she's gone through it. It was February 2020, and despite being dead-ass bedridden with a catheter, I proceeded to throw on joggers with stitches still lining my stomach and the catheter bag literally strapped to the inside of my leg and accompany my bestie so that she could sit front row of your show. It's true when they say that laughter is the best medicine. I suppose the most heartwarming part is when I look back at the night, we were fueled with girlhood and optimism while also still very aware of the fact that we were settling for less than we deserve. We have worked so hard on ourselves since then, went to therapy, found new partners, etc. And I'm so happy to say that my best friend who attended with me got engaged last October. I moved in with my boyfriend in January and just celebrated 6 years cancer-free. I can't deal with this today. 4 of which without tubes earlier this year. I will always be cheering for you girls from the sidelines and can't tell you how happy I am to see you guys in California. I live in Newport Beach. I also attached a few memories from the show. Love, Marissa.
To show up to our show with a catheter bag under your joggers. Like, I can't, there's so many layers of the story that it is such an honor. And just, I wanted to congratulate her on being cancer free and celebrate her. And just what a bad bitch. Even just the way she writes, you can tell she's optimistic and really celebrates life. And I mean, what an honor.
It really is such an honor. Like the amount of people that have come to the show and said, like, I'm celebrating like being over cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, that guy in Denver said his wife and him lost a baby, and it was the first time we'd seen her laugh in so long.
Oh my God.
Like to be a part of these moments in your guys' lives. I really can't record. I'm about to get my period. This is crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm just so dead. She had a bag full of pee. I mean, at least you know you're not going to pee your pants from laughing. You're like, it's going straight into the bag.
You're like, I can pee.
I can't pee. Yeah. She didn't have to wait in a bathroom line. Good for her.
I've been really close a few times at the show.
Yeah.
One time I peed myself.
You peed yourself. We talked about it on the podcast.
Just a little drop.
So thank you to her.
Thank you to her.
Such a beautiful email.
Yeah. And obviously just to have you use our show as a time to celebrate milestones in your life is really like such an honor.
Yeah. Okay. Next email. We have 2 more, you guys, if you're counting. Hi, Raina and Ashley. First things first, I bought the Lucy and I'm loving it. 10/10 review from your girl over here. We have a sex toy company. If you guys don't know, it's called Vibes Only. And the Lucy is one of my very personal favorite toys. We just absolutely love it. So check it out. It's a great price point. It's very versatile. Okay. So y'all read my story at the Columbus show about the maintenance man. So Columbus was just in 2023. It was in June. Yeah. So I'm going to read that email. So the email that we read at the show, she said, hi guys, I submitted this late, but that's on brand for me. I'm coming to your show tonight with a group of friends I work with. One of them recently had a fling with her maintenance man, which reminded me of Raina and her TaskRabbit journey. She started hooking up with her building maintenance man. He put together furniture for her, all the things. He would write some filthy text messages when they were apart. She found out shortly after that he was married with a child.
Insane.
I would love for you guys to roast her or make some jokes about it. Added a receipt of the filthy text message. So I'm not going to read it, but it's everything dirty. I mean, it's just, all the nasty stuff he wants to do to her. So she said, excited for a wild night. So we read this email at the show, and now I'll go back into her current email. So she says, you read the text messages of the filthy things that my friend received from her maintenance man, not once, but twice, because the second time you had the sign language girl act it out.
I forgot the sign language girl did it. You guys, we have dreamed our whole lives of having sign language people at the show to do this.
Because we had one that we were required to have at one of the shows. Like if, that happens sometimes at different shows, at concerts and comedy shows and whatnot. So then it was just this funny thing that we were bringing up. And then someone in the front row was like, I, know ASL, I'm an interpreter. So she signed some of the show. It was unbelievable.
Best moment.
Columbus. We get so lit in Ohio, you guys. Okay. At that show, she had just started dating a new man who wasn't the filthy maintenance man. Obviously, he was married. Well, her new boyfriend's close family friends were also there. And we were hooting and hollering about the filthy text she was getting in front of them. Safe to say she was mortified. I loved every second. I am way too excited for the tour in the fall. I'll travel to the closest city, although the snacks in Ohio love you, so come back. Thanks for all the laughs and the Monday therapy. Y'all have changed my life.
So Ashley and I don't encourage people to get blacked out for our shows. We want you to come, remember it, enjoy it. But I would hope that those people were blacked out.
I am so dead. She's there I'm assuming with the new man and his like family and friends.
Oh, she's sitting with them.
I don't know. I don't know all the logistics, but that's hysterical. Like she's got this new boyfriend. His mom and sister are there, and they're hearing about the dirty text messages
of the handyman she fucked in her building.
Married handyman she fucked.
What do you think they were thinking? She sounds fun. She parties.
Yeah, she fucks. Okay.
Last email. On September 9th, 2021, I met the love of my life at your show in Raleigh, North Carolina. Prior to the show, I fell into a deep depression from various life happenings. The biggest one being moving to Ireland for work, catching my long-distance boyfriend cheating on me with a college student a week before my $1,200 plane ticket to see him. And the cherry on top was the COVID shutdown and my boss telling me that there are 0 flights to America and I'd be living in Ireland indefinitely. I moved to Raleigh in 2021 after the Ireland/COVID fiasco. You girls pulled me on stage at your show, projected my hinge, and FaceTimed Robbie to set up a date for us. We have been together ever since. Bought a house together, adopted a dog, and bought my dream ring. Thank you for what you do. Best, Meg.
I don't know why this one like hits close to home for me because I met my boyfriend at a live show. Can you believe it? She sent photos. They're so cute. The house, the dog, the ring.
I can believe it. People meet these shows all the time. I met that one guy on Hinge on stage at our show that I dated.
Oh, I just like also this like crazy stuff that happened to her before, you know.
It's such a good like reminder to say yes to things, to go to the show, go up on stage, do the thing, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, like do something that you maybe wouldn't always, that is just like wild and crazy. And like the roads it leads you to are just so special and beautiful. So I just like really encourage people to say yes, just as much as you can, just do the thing.
I mean, this is probably one of many. I mean, people really connect at the shows. I mean, we can't promise you'll meet the love of your life, but we've brought 2 single people up on stage that ended up dating, even if it was short-lived or they fucked that night or they have a great story to share. And we have so many more that came through. So to everyone that emailed, thank you so much. And we'll go through and respond to these and maybe kind of, breadcrumb them throughout the next couple months, like I mentioned, because there's some that are just too good.
You picked really good emails. You picked really sappy, special ones.
Well, I also wanted to pick ones that kind of highlighted what we do with the show, like different stuff.
You never know what's going to happen.
So yeah, those are some stories from the shows. This was a nice little ad-free treat this episode. Yeah. I didn't even mention why we weren't going to do an episode this week. We were going to take the week off because we're going to Hawaii and we just wanted to have like a break. Then we were planning to have a week off. And then Raina was like, it's the date the tour goes on sale. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we do a live show special episode and dress up? And so that's the whole reason for this little bonus.
I love being dressed up. I like talking to you guys. And thank you for 5 years of live shows. I mean, you guys have really traveled all over the world to see us. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's happening again. I mean, I can't because I'm dying for it. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for just sharing your lives with us every week. We love you so much. We can't wait to see you in the fall.
We cannot wait to see you guys. So get those tickets. I anticipate them going fast. They're on sale today. girlsgottaeat.com. If you're listening before 10 a.m. local time, just count down to your 10 a.m. local time and we will see you on the road. girlsgottaeat.com. You can follow us at Girls Gotta Eat Podcast. Check out that hype video. We're on TikTok too. I'm Ash Hess. Raina is Raina.Greenberg. And we mentioned Vibes Only a couple times during this episode. And that's going to be all of the products you can purchase at vibesonly.com. And we'll be back next week.
Fresh off Hawaii.
We'll see you next week.
Have a good week, guys.
Bye.